Freight forwarders in the UK. People who have worked in the UK import-export industry are often referred to as freight forwarders in the UK. However, this term could be unfamiliar to people starting a new firm. We'll go over all you need to know about freight forwarders in the UK, along with how to locate one for your company in the UK. Contents: What is a freight forwarders in the UK? Things to know about freight forwarders in the UK. It is a stress-free method of shipping goods. They have experience with a variety of transportation methods. They offer a variety of services. They are not always accountable. Freight forwarders' specializations in the UK. What distinguishes a freight forwarder from a courier? What is a freight forwarders in the UK? For the benefit of other companies, freight forwarders in the UK specializes in transferring goods and products worldwide. They are in charge of collecting the cargo from the seller and timely delivering it to the foreign buyer. This includes managing the shipment's documentation, obtaining all required approvals in both countries, packaging the cargo, and handling customs clearance on the company's behalf. Smaller companies often work with freight forwarders in the UK since customs processes and clearance can be time-consuming and expensive. A reputable UK freight forwarder has experience obtaining custom clearances for all kinds of cargo. On the other side, they might also collaborate with a customs brokerage firm that is familiar with UK international customs. Here are some things you should know about freight forwarders in the UK if you're contemplating whether or not to work with one. Things to know about freight forwarders in the UK. 1. It is a stress-free method of shipping goods. The majority of companies decide to work with a freight forwarder in the UK because they are familiar with supply chain management. They are professionals in shipping cargo internationally and can transfer any item without putting the company owner under undue pressure due to national and international regulations. 2. They have experience with a variety of transportation methods. The majority of UK freight forwarder businesses offer transportation services by land, air, sea, and rail. Each of these has unique criteria, and the procedure can be onerous for a company that exports to numerous countries. You may rest easy knowing that these aspects are taken care of when you choose a freight forwarder in the UK. 3. They offer a variety of services. The process of exporting commodities requires multiple steps to prevent damage. During transportation, the commodities must first be packaged and stored. The authorities of both nations must provide permission for you to export and import the cargo. Second, the transportation service from your dock or yard to the client's office is the last thing you need to worry about. When you work with a freight forwarder, the business has staff members ready to handle all of these tasks for you. 4. They are not always accountable. Your freight forwarder will be in charge of the packaging and storage of the products, depending on the contract you select. However, the freight forwarder is not liable for any shipment delays that occur as a result of your actions, bad weather, natural catastrophes, or port lockdowns. Although they strive to finish the delivery as quickly as possible, it isn't always their responsibility. 5. Freight forwarders' specializations. In the UK, many freight forwarders in the UK have specialized teams that handle just one kind of shipment. If you want to be sure that nothing will happen to your items during the transit process, this is an excellent solution. However, the only drawback is that they now charge more You should keep in mind that one of the most crucial phases in international cargo is paperwork. Now that you are aware of the key aspects concerning freight forwarders, your product may become stranded between two countries if you don't have the proper documentation. Thankfully, we've compiled a list of all the paperwork that forwarders in the UK need. What distinguishes a freight forwarder from a courier? The resources that a freight forwarder and a courier service employ are one of their largest disparities. While freight forwarders rely on a network of transportation businesses, courier services use their personnel and cars to convey products, both locally and internationally. They can offer affordable transportation services because to their network of trucks, ships, planes, and movers. Courier services typically transport one package or item at a time from one location to another. They typically have a 150 to 200 pound per package weight restriction. While a freight forwarder typically moves big quantities, a courier using a freight forwarder must weigh between 100 and 150 pounds. The greatest choice for transporting heavy items over vast distances is freight forwarders. They are effective, efficient, and skilled at handling products. Once you've provided the information, the portal allows you to design and print a label to attach to your goods. They are capable of handling all sizes of cargoes. There is nothing they haven't done before. They have partnered with AFA and Sandrair, who supply their products to Heathrow twice daily. You may send your products anywhere in the world using this quick and effective service. If you don't want to deal with the trouble of picking up your shipment, their import services can also be door-to-door. IZ Global Logistics is familiar with customs rules in several countries and knows how to get your items authorized with minimal fuss. IZ Global Logistics is well versed in customs procedures from many nations and knows how to get your items cleared with minimal fuss. Their workers are familiar with all of the paperwork necessary by Freight Forwarders UK and can advise their customers through the requirements of the countries to which they are delivering.